let's talk about some of our favorite running back values. So that can either tie to guys that you have a lot of shares of thus far at their relative ADP, or other guys that are kind of standing out to you as you look at the ADP settings and you say, well, that's a little bit too low for these guys.
Yeah, John, by the way, it looks like the big board is full, so we'll see if Underdog. Sometimes they'll do like a addendum. I don't know what you'd call
Yeah,
it, a
they'll
follow up
do like
sort of thing.
the big board two, the bigger
Yeah, and
board.
it'll be like 1/5 the field, but it'll have roughly the same, entry fee to payout kind of ratio or whatever. But yeah, all all the more chance to point out how these things don't stay there forever. So you got to actually get in there when they're up. And great tournament like this is new, quite attractive to a lot of people. But yeah, John, at running back, like I posted in an article the few days ago, like the players that I have the highest exposure to, and J.K. Dobbins is on the cover.
Yeah, I
Because
saw
he's
that.
like the most expensive purchase of mine, because he's like a 5th or 6th round pick, and I have him on 61.9% of my teams. So that's less exposure than I have to Israel Abanikanda, who's at 71.4%. But Abanikanda I always got in rounds like 17, 18, 19. So it's a lot less, real capital relative to Dobbins, even though Dobbins is on like 5 fewer teams or something like that. But yeah, I think time to. I don't know who to talk about more between the two. I just love Dobbins. I think he's a top 8 running back, and I think Todd Monken is a good coordinator. So I think Dobbins is going to cost a lot more next year, and I'm buying in bulk right now.
Yeah, I love the Dobbins call. I thought that the way that he bounced back late in the season, I know he came back a little bit rusty, didn't look like himself. That first Steelers game on the road is like, okay, all right, he's back.
And
He
that's
looks good.
insane, too, that he was even back that soon. I know it was later than we wanted, but that injury he had was insanely brutal. Like, it's
Yeah,
a miracle it didn't end his career.
and it happened in a freaking preseason game in Washington, the worst field ever. Cursed, awful. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that sorry, I'm getting upset over things that happened like
It's upsetting,
almost two
John.
years
You're
ago.
right to be upset.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think Dobbins is clearly a top 8 runner, and if he is in even better shape, which he should be in 2023, I think he could win the league rushing title. I think he's that good.
Your level of concern about the Lamar situation as it pertains to Dobbins.
So that would hurt Dobbins' efficiency. Like, he probably wouldn't be a 5.7 yard per carry running back if Lamar Jackson is not playing. But I think Dobbins is even then like a whatever, like 80th percentile rushing. Whereas now he's like 99 or 95 or something. I think he would still be like 80th percentile, something over 4.5 yards per carry. That's just the kind of runner he is. Dobbins is such a threat with the ball that like the possibility of him having a low yards per carry doesn't exist no matter what the team circumstances. He just happened to be really, really consistently around that like 6 yards per carry with the Ravens because Lamar is there and because they had like a pretty good offensive line run blocking wise, I guess, while he was there. But Dobbins, he can still be, I think, like a 5 yards per carry kind of guy, even if they don't have Lamar Jackson on the field.
Imagine if Baltimore had given him the ball instead of Tyler Huntley down at the goal line against the Bengals. Oh, what could have been? Anyway,
Calling out Greg like that was such a good guy.
Yeah, just a big old swipe at our favorite. Let's see. As far as exposure goes, I only have I've done 4 of I was able to get 4 of the big board drafts in before that filled, like you alluded to. Only one guy I have over 50%. That is your guy, Izzy Abanikanda.
Nice.
I have him in 3 out of 4. I'm excited about him, and yeah, I mean this is someone who is still going way too late according to the Underdog ADP. I think that is going to change.
The
Here
contest
soon.
closed before or filled up before. By the way, I should mention though they do have the little board, which is like a littler a $3 buy-in, and that's still going fine. You got that one open right now for sure. But yeah, in the big board one anyway, Abanikanda never had the price adjustment happen. Like it should have happened back after the combine. He should have gone from a 19th round pick to like I don't know, a 12th or 11th round pick. And it never happened. Everybody who picked Abanikanda locks in a 5-6 round profit, is how I see it. But the news there is he torched the pro day yesterday.
Yep. So that's exciting. I'm gonna get some more little board action in to scratch the
Yeah,
itch
probably me too.
until the next
I got
dip.
to do it just to see how early Abanikanda is going now.
Yeah, I mean, the people are curious. Let's see. Beyond Abanaconda, I feel like these are two guys that are high draft picks, of course, but I feel like both of them are relative values. Saquon Barkley, I think is someone to target. He seems to be going a little bit outside of the first round, like RB5. I feel like he's a nice play, especially if you go receiver in the first round. I do like Barkley. I like him more than a Bijan Robinson. Like we said, I feel like
Yeah,
Isaiah
definitely.
Pacheco is not going high enough, so I have him in 50%. And then I also.
John. Oh, sorry. I
Mhm.
was gonna say I often double tap. I guess it would be the 6th and the 7th with Dobbins and Pacheco because they are. If you can get like near the round turn, so that not too many picks occur between, you can get both of them. And I think I'm liking the teams that I have with the two of them.
Yes, big on that. I love the Dobbins Pacheco combo. That's strong. I do have a good amount of Austin Eckler as well, and then
He's been going later. Like after the whole holdout trade request kind of thing came up, he went from usually a top 6 pick, I think it was, to routinely falling to like 15 and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's especially if you got him like going a little bit later, that's huge because Eckler should not have been falling that far.
Nope, I don't think so either. So but buy the dip there, and then I still feel like Damian Pierce is going a little bit too late, and
Do you
I
think
have
he's going to go later after the single? I didn't get a chance to see if he slipped after the Singletary signing, but I think that would be foolish if so. I don't think Singletary is a threat to him at all.
Yeah, I don't think it'll budge much, but at least like it's not going to go up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. There's something to be said for that. So I think Pierce is still a value where he is. Like really, if Singletary is the only guy that can take carries off his plate, I like Pierce a lot. And then of course, as a good co-host of yours, I have a bunch of Rashad Penny as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Nick Chubb, but yeah, I love Chubb. I think he should be a top 15 pick, but he always goes at like 26 to 32 or something. It makes no
Hmm.
sense to me at all. So I have Chubb on something like a third of my teams. I wish I could have made it higher yet because if Watson, if Nasty Man is 80% as good this year as he was in Houston, Nick Chubb could get the rushing yardage title and the rushing touchdown title. It would not be strange at all if that happened.
I think so too. I've actually, I don't feel awesome about it, but I've leveraged a decent amount of Cleveland offense
I
in my
have quite
best
a few
balls.
Watson teams.
Yeah,
Hey, look, I'm not going to win, but if I do, the money doesn't go to him, you know?
yeah. See,
I'm stealing it from him if anything, if you really think about it.
there it is. Any other running backs that you're getting a lot of shares of, or guys that are going late enough right now where it's like you want to jump back in on?
I wouldn't mind getting more Chase Brown, which is surprising for me because I kind of panicked after the combine and thought he was going to get, especially after Bigsby disappointed. I thought people would need a new hype guy. The new running back they don't know anything about that they still hype anyway, and it's just kind
Hmm.
of like whoever gets the latest headline. And Brown had the headlines, so I thought Brown was going to go all the way up to like the 12th round or something, which I wouldn't call it completely insane. I think it would just be like a bad idea to take him that early. Uh, Moot concern, he never moved up at all. Like he was going, I think in the 19th, 20th round. He still goes there sometimes. So I started taking him in the 16th or something because I thought, that's 16, 15 is kind of the right range for me for Brown, but never needed to take him that high. So the reason I didn't get more was because I was also taking so much of Anaconda that I just kind of I'd go 6 running backs usually, and usually a Anaconda was the 6th one. So I'd have one spot left and I'd be like, I think I'm just going to take a Anaconda in the next round rather than Brown now. But Brown, I think if you got him later than the 15th, I bet he's going to be totally solid investment this year.
Uh, I like that. And like you said, he seemed to check a lot of the boxes as far as that post combine uh,
I also
inflation.
like Charbonnet a lot, though. I just realized I got him on about 30% too, because sometimes he would fall into the 9-10 turn going after like James Cook and Rashad White, and he's way better than those guys.
I have him on just one of those teams so far, so I got to fix that. But I am a Charbonnet guy as well. But that's going to wrap it up for our underdog segment this week. Again, really good stuff breaking down some running backs that we are getting a lot of shares of in our underdog drafts. Again, use that promo code RWNFL. Get that deposit matched up to $100 over at Underdog. Get that free 6-month subscription over at RotoWire. Get all the premium stuff that we're going to be putting out for the draft, all baseball season as well. You get access to literally everything at RotoWire. So go on, get in there.